Alright, welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Andy Valentine. That didn't change. And today, I'm actually so happy that you're here. Because today I'm bored. Because, you know, this whole thing is here, this pandemic. That one virus everybody hates right now. So today we are going to do probably what is the most overdone thing on YouTube, which is the 5 camera tricks or hacks, or call them whatever you want, you know, that thing. I will not name this video. I actually should name this video 5 camera hacks in 100 seconds, but here it goes. Camera hack number 1 is the macro lens you did not know about. So you can see nothing now, but if I put the lens back on, flipped, so the lens is flipped around, and actually there's no light here, I'm pretty sure of that. So you can see my eye now. And this is the lens that was on the camera 5 seconds ago. I mean, how cool is that? So basically, if you have a camera, if you have a lens, then you can do macro stuff like this one. You just need to take the lens off the camera, flip it around and hold it back up to the sensor so it picks up light and not too much. I don't really know how to explain this. Moving on to trick number 2. Trick number 2 is a little focusing hack for you. So here is my A6300 and here's the Helios 44M, which I've been talking about previously. You remember the last video I talked about how vintage lenses are good for you and your wallet, pretty much. And then you remember that these are manual, and manual focusing is not really the easiest thing you can think of. It does take a little bit of practice, but you can get it in time. So the thing I'm going to show you here is how you can actually help yourself. This is going to be bad for your storage space, but I guarantee you are going to have a good shot. So what you want to do, you want to set your camera into burst mode, continuous shooting, whatever it's called in your system, and get your subject like sort of in focus. Not completely, it's okay. That's why I figured this out. So sort of in focus, then hold down the shutter button, and so this is pretty much just spray and pray, but the good kind. I mean, if you are not sure how to get your image, your subject in focus, this actually can help you out big time. What it's going to do is that it's going to create at least 4,000 unusable, completely garbage images on your SD card, but you are going to have 1 or 2 or maybe more that are in focus and you can use and you can work on. And if you have time, I really recommend just using the manual focus, getting used to focus picking. But if you don't have time, something's moving pretty fast, or it's that one shot you've been waiting for your whole life, well, then you can just pretty much spray and pray and then just turn the focus ring around. Yeah, that's trick number 2. Trick number 3 is going to be how you can nail that tilt shift effect without actually owning a tilt shift lens. Because if you ever considered real estate photography for a hobby, or well, pretty much for a living, I don't know anyone who has real estate photography as a hobby, whatever. So you have probably seen or heard the term tilt shift lens. Now what the tilt shift lens actually does, it search it up on YouTube and Google. There are people who can explain this much better than I do. Basically, you can create an effect where your subject seems like a miniature, much so like this one. So what you want to do is take off the lens again and just work it around the camera like this. Not this much, but you know, you get the idea. Like this. And experiment with shots. For me, this took like a bazillion times to nail, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes sort of easy, and it's really cool to have your subject in focus, but like 2 meters above the head or above the subject, everything is blurred. although they shouldn't be, and this can give the effect of like shooting miniatures. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, trick number 4. So we are basically going to create a built-in flash that is usable. What you can do, if you have a Sony or NEX camera like I do, you can just simply flip it up. So the light that goes out from the flash is bounced back from the ceiling and becomes much softer when it hits your subject. See, the problem with built-in flashes is that they're just too harsh and they are too much in your face and create a lot of unwanted shadows that are really unflattering. If you flip it up, the light gets bounced off the ceiling, comes back, softened, and it's going to be much more even on the face or whatever that is you're shooting. If you don't have a flash like this, what you can basically do to soften this light is to get a white piece of paper. I know this is not entirely white, but get a little tiny piece of paper and hold it up or stick it up to the flash, and that acts as a diffuser. The thinner the paper, the stronger the light is going to be. The thicker it is, the more diffused it's going to be. It's not really rocket science, you can figure it out just a few tries. So actually try this out. I think it does help a lot. Yeah, that's trick number 4. Moving on to trick number 5. Trick number 5 is going to be a really overdone and overused one. I'm going to collect a bunch of these for you in this one trick. So you can basically put objects really close to the lens and get them out of focus while you are still in focus. You can do this with a lighter or a match. Just, you know, don't hold the flame too close to the lens. Pretty much whatever you can find. This is a lens I'm using right now. I really hope the camera is focusing on me and not the lens, but whatever, you get the idea. If you put objects like close to the lens and get them out of focus while your subject is in focus, you can give like much more depth to your shots and also achieve cool effects, like if I turn on my flashlight and just, you know, work it around, I guess. I don't know what you can see because there's a polarizing filter on, which I don't need on the lens, but I'm just lazy to take it off. Whatever, you get the idea. You put things to the lens, you give depth to your shots or achieve cool effects like these crazy lens flares or burn effects or all that kind of stuff. So try this out, have fun with it, and I'm pretty sure this 5th camera trick or hack or whatever is the most overused thing on YouTube. Like, everybody is doing that, but still it's a cool one. Also count here shooting through objects. That's really like the same. Shoot through objects. Anyways, I have a bonus tip for you, and at this point I'm pretty much convinced myself that this is just complete nonsense, but here it is anyways. So the other day I was looking on the internet for like some nonsense like flash gels or light gels or something I really don't need, like absolutely don't need that. But it got me thinking, you know, how cool these effects can be if you have a colored piece of foil or whatever that you can just stick on your flash and it paints the light. So I looked to the side and I found the little notebook thing. It's over here somewhere. Or not, it's not over here. Anyways, it had pages like this, little orange colored. When I saw that, my brain pretty much kicked into dumb DIY mode, and 10 minutes later I ended up with this thing. Now this is the worst invention ever created, but here's how it looks like. You can just put it on top of your flash and it will paint the light of the flash red. If we are talking about color temperatures, that is going to be warm. I'll explain in a second why that matters. But if you want to take this a step further, I took it a step further actually and did this. This is the Mark II. I think it's awesome. Or nonsense, I don't know, tell me down in the comments. It paints the light of the It paints the light of the flash red, and pretty much your whole scene is going to appear red. This is a cool effect. in itself. It can be cool if used properly or not. But if you want to take this a step further, you can set the white balance on your camera to really cold, so everything becomes blue. And what that's going to do is actually what is touched by the light of the flash is going to appear sort of normal colored, and what's out of the reach of the flash, oh my god, I could say that in one sentence. First try, nailed it. So what's out of the reach of the flash remains just that cold. And yeah, it looks like this pretty much. I don't know if it's actually usable. I love it because it annoys my friends. That's what I do anyways, I annoy my friends with my cameras and stuff. Alright everyone, this was my take on the 5 tricks in, I don't know, 10-ish minutes. Anyways, my channel currently has 5 subscribers, and I thank you wholeheartedly that you guys actually subscribe to my channel and you want to get notified every time I speak about nonsense. Whatever, I plan to do a lot more videos, like loads of videos. I have a ton of ideas and I'll keep them coming if you are interested. And if you like this video, there's also a like button down there. It looks like this. And yeah, so once again, thank you everyone for being here, and yeah, see you around.